Next up, Cincy beats Indy 34-14. Both teams are 7-6 somehow. Jake Browning goes 275 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception, 3 carries for 7 yards, and a rushing TD. Gardner Minshew goes 240 and a passing touchdown, a 2-point conversion, 1 interception, and 2 carries for 5 yards. The running backs, Zach Moss carries 13 times for 28 yards, 4 for 28 through the air. We had 2 awesome Bengals running backs. Kind of scares me a bit here as a Mixon owner. Mixon goes 21 carries for 79 yards and a touchdown. He adds in 3 for 46 through the air. Chase Brown only carries 8 for 25, but he had 3 for 80 and a touchdown through the air. So that's scary. It seemed I had one where I was celebrating a long receiving, like check down rushing touch or check down receiving touchdown by Joe Mixon, only to realize I'm like, I thought Mixon was number 28. Oh, he is. That's Chase Brown who just took it 80 yards. So fuck me.
Like,
thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Oh, those are my other 2 guys in that league. I had Mixon and Jamar Chase. So Mixon was all right for me, but Chase was not.
Yeah, Chase was brutal.
Yeah. Pittman goes 8 for 95 and a 2-point conversion. Josh Downs 3 for 32, 2 for 22 for Alec Pierce. T. Higgins 2 for 72. Jamar Chase 3 for 29. Tyler Boyd 2 for 23. So despite Jake Browning put up a pretty solid fantasy stat line, none of his receivers were even borderline usable.
Mm-hmm.
Will Mallory goes 5 for 46. Mo Alley Cox does most of it on a touchdown, all of it on a touchdown, 1 catch for 2 yards and a TD. Tanner Hudson 2 for 21, saved by a touchdown. So we have a couple of guys here saved by touchdowns. Matt Gay misses his only field goal and his only extra point. McPherson was decent, 2 for 2 on field goals, 4 for 4 on extra points. The defenses, the Colts didn't kill you. They were average. 1 interception, 1 touchdown, which saved their fantasy day. The Bengals go 1 interception, 3 sacks, a fumble recovery, and some 4th down stops. They were surprisingly good, but I probably did not start them anywhere. I probably did start the Colts. What do you think here?
So Jake Browning is proving me wrong that he is a capable NFL quarterback, because this is his second performance in a row where after his first game, he looked just like the worst. They 41 plays, all that nonsense. The last 2 games, he's been really good. So props to Jake Browning. He's been better than I thought he would be. He's been a viable streamer option the last 2 weeks, and he gets, Minnesota? He gets Minnesota next week. So if you're desperate,
Minnesota's defense has been better.
I know, it's weird. Like I still don't fully trust them.
I don't like these 3 matchups.
Yeah,
right here.
The Pittsburgh one. Yeah. So it's just like depends on where you're at and where you're like looking through. We have like Minshew who's going against Pittsburgh next week. Don't think I don't really deal with that. And Zach Moss was really disappointing. We knew he was gonna get the volume and the usage. It just did not work out well for him. He basically put a Joe Mixon performance where it's inefficient, not good volume. On the flip side, Mixon, he's been carrying your teams with Browning, and he's been really good. So Mixon had 25 opportunities in this game. Yeah. So I get it, Brown's playing a role, but Mixon still sees a heavy amount of the workload. So if you have Mixon, you got to be happy with him because he's really like the only guy that's been consistent of the skill position players.
And talk about Jamar Chase, lowest snap share of the season yet. Somehow,
yeah. I think that's because they was just like the game got out of hand, so they kind of just rested him a little bit, and they let Chase Brown get his because his snap share was at like 30%, so like it doubled from the week before, and they won by 20. So it seems like it's just like one of those games. But Chase Brown could have a role moving forward, so we'll see how that works out. And Michael Pittman is the most consistent fantasy wide receiver in football. Like it's just nonstop, just good production every week. 15, 22, 15, 12. Like he gives you double digits every week. He gets the target.
Amazing. He's still only 11th.
Yeah, it's wild. He's not the high-end asset, but he's just been really good and consistent. So he's not going to kill you with these 4 games.
20, 28, 22, 16, 14. How is this only 11th? It's amazing that that's only good for 11th. He doesn't score a lot of touchdowns, but
yeah. I mean, he's already had 138 targets. He's about to smash his career record. And we got 4 more games for him. Yeah, he can be pushing 180 targets on the year. Like, that's just wild usage for Pittman. Yeah, it's really good.
Ooh, I own him.
T. Higgins is just, it's weird, man. I don't know. T. Higgins got 4 targets. Jamar Chase only got 4 targets. This game just seemed really weird for Cincinnati with how this played out. They didn't really need their wide receivers to do much. They involved the tight ends. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like this is sticky, but they really just rolled. So I would kind of just chalk it up to a weird game script. And be okay with Chase. I'm still not really interested in Higgins for the most part. It's just been disappointing. And he still continues to be disappointing, so we'll see.